Hi, this is Andrew Griffiths, just a quick video. It's 20 to 11 and on August the 25th, and there's absolutely no food in the fridge despite the gentleman in the office saying there's food to be had that needs to be finished off. The only food there is stuff I have cooked. Here we go. That's the only it is. There's some bread. I'm having some bread. You can't exist on bread. That's my food, just leave it alone.
So we cooked. It's pizzas.
Yeah, I'll have some of that too. I'll have some bacon and eggs and tomatoes too. Crazy system they have here. They come check to see if there's no food. What do they think, we're wasting food? I'm starving. I'm really hungry. I had some of my food earlier when Leah was here, and we were talking about what she's going to do to intervene with the NHS before this whole thing explodes on social media. That was living in a house where be paid for by the NHS, a lot of money every day per resident. Did you get enough for me too, or just yourself?
No. Right.
Well, no, I need some more of that. Well, do you want me to cook it, or are you going to cook it?
I'll cook it.
All right, you cook your own. I need some eggs and tomatoes too, you know. Please. I need eggs and tomatoes.
You got eggs there?
He gave 2 eggs. I need 2 eggs.
I could give 4 eggs.
No, there's only 2 eggs there.
I said 4 eggs there.
There's only 2 eggs. I want 2 tomatoes too. Tomatoes. Uncanny. He's just closed the door in my face. Wow. That's one of the bad ones. I mean, one of the bad staff. Not going to give his name. I don't see 4 eggs there, do you? Do you see 4 eggs? I see 2 eggs.
Yeah, mate.
Where's the 4 eggs?
2 there for you.
2. Wait, hey mate, where's 2 for me?
Yeah.
Don't you want eggs?
And we've got 2 sliced bacon eggs.
I see 2 eggs. I see 4. I don't see 4 eggs.
No, I'll put 2 in already.
Oh, and you're giving us some tomato. Oh, you already put 2 eggs in there?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. And my egg has a hole in it. Look, there's a hole. Oh, that's probably not safe to eat. Oh, and I got a handful of tomatoes. Wow! Am I lucky? Oliver Twist. I want more. More tomatoes. Wow. This is cool. This is going to be fun, this video. All right. Well, you're cooking that pan first? No, that toast, I'll take that toast. That's my toast. I'm leaving you off the video though, right? I don't want you in the video. Please. Please stay out of the video. Alright? Yeah, I'm taking the toast. I don't want to be accused of putting somebody who's mentally vulnerable, you know, in the video on the internet, okay? Alright, well I guess this is going to be a shorty. By the way, those of you who are interested in where such starvation torture is going on, I'm at 7 Hollis Road, Coventry CV31AJ. If you want to drop some food or send a Uber delivery or something, you'd be most grateful. Because even though we've got hordes of food in the office, they don't like to give it to us. Some trades really. Turn the heat down, mate, otherwise it'll No, yeah, turn it way down. Just turn it all the way to the left. Keep going keep going left. Alright, that's on maximum. You've got it on maximum now.
Right, go to the left. Right.
Oh, yeah, all the way down. That's it. That's it. Alright. Alright, so, I usually cook for him, but he wants to cook for himself tonight. They have strange rules about you gotta cook for yourself, can't cook for other people. So the name of the place that we're staying is CareBright Supported Living. You can find them on the internet on Company's House, which is a government website that details information, and you will find that the company has its offices somewhere in Birmingham. That the primary director is a gentleman by the name of Basil Shabda, C-H-A-V-D-A. He was born in 1959, I believe, in India, somewhere in India. He's an Indian gentleman, as is his son. I call him the son, the excitable idiot. It appears that I've stumbled into a pattern of abuse of the vulnerable. In our case, we're all supposed to be mentally vulnerable, although I was misclassified, and the people who were involved, some of the people involved in what's known in the UK as sectioning, that's where they kidnap you and put you in a mental hospital, where I have irrevocable proof that they lied, and that one of the people involved in such malfeasance is my former landlord, who thinks he's a very powerful man. He has a £100 million business selling automobiles, and is very politically connected, and he lobbied for my sectioning. He also lobbied against me getting housing benefits from my council, making the absurd claim that for 18 months I'd been living in his place as an Airbnb as opposed to a private tenant. But that was enough for HBBC, who gave Bosworth Borough Council, who illegally and fraudulently denied my housing benefits. So given in combination with other problems, like the fact that my national insurance number was entered wrongly into the computer, I've only been getting £169.09, and that's after the annual increase from British Telecom. My former employer, I had a scholarship from the post office to go to Cambridge University from 1970 to 1974. No, 1977. That gave me 7 years of pensionable service, for which I get £169.09 on the last day of the month. So right now, this morning I had 26p in my bank account and about 22p cash. A lovely lad called Bilal, who's also Indian, whom I've been helping. I've been trying to help him improve his diet so he can recover from a bad reaction to the Pfizer COVID vaccine. Apparently 1%. It's sort of a open but not well known secret that about 1% of everybody who took the jab had bad reaction. In my estimation, it's a systemic sort of anti-immune system. He's pretty much given up. He was very, very upset when I first started talking to him, but he seems to be improving, although he hasn't come to see me for a long time. Hopefully he'll come to see me soon. Anyway, so one of our other residents has arrived. I'm going to cook those eggs, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I get 6 micro tomatoes and 2 slices of bacon or something. Amazing. So I'm keeping everybody except me, old chap, out of the grandson, as I call him. He calls me granddad. Out of the video. So just having a bit of fun, getting videos ready to put on YouTube, and I'll see you later, mate. Oh, I've got something for you. I'll give you later.
Huh?
I've got something for you. I'll give you later. Something you'll like.
Later.
I said something you will like. All right, mate.
You do it this morning. Yeah?
What?
You do it in the morning.
We can have it tonight if you want. Yeah, I'll give it to you tonight.
Oh, I'm going to give it now. Send that back.
Yeah, I'll give it to you in. Just let me finish. I'll bring it up in about 10 minutes. Okay? All right. See you. Must just get the micro tomatoes because they're upset with me for making trouble for basically not following anything they tell me to do. And it seems that this company, which if you look up Basil Chavda, you're going to find out that he is also a director of Hambros Companies, I think Hambros or something. Not Hambros Bank, Hambros. My guess is it's care homes, which is a very scary thought because if that's the case, then not only could CareBright with 3 homes, Hollis House, Spencer House, and one other, again you can find that on the internet, but possibly also whatever Hambros does, which I hypothesize, not saying for a fact, is probably also in the care-related business, and despite the fact the NHS is paying them, must be paying them well over £100 per person per night, possibly £150, I don't know. Leah wasn't able to get that information today, although it is public. They seem to delight in not providing food or using food as some kind of disciplinary vehicle. And one chap the other night, probably one of the worst, actually said, well, if you've got money for beer, you've got money to buy bread. That was in the morning. And fortunately I had bought some eggs and bread, not in anticipation, just because I happened to have some money on me. The first day, the second day, I basically, and that was yesterday, I called their bluff as I went down the street and went from house to house begging for food and explaining why. And a lovely lady called Teresa in number 75 gave us 6 eggs and 2 cans of food, one of which was baked beans, which I cooked. And we had a high old time on that. Well, shouldn't really have a high old time on that. But of course, with only £169 and 9 pence in denial of my benefits for one reason or another, which should, I'm told, when I eventually get them, it should be about several hundred, perhaps even as much as £600 for a government guaranteed pension, or state pension credit it's called in the UK. And maybe £600 for personal independent payment, which is a fancy term for disabled. I have bad knees, so I wander around with these and some other equipment that the lovely Leah managed to get me. She seems, of all the people I've ever met in the NHS, she seems to be the one person that managed to get things done quickly. I mean, she saw me on the Sunday, and by Wednesday I had these and a walking stick and a pee barrel and something to put around the toilet so I could lift up, and then a shower chair. All of which I won't need when I eventually get my knees replaced, if I choose to do. But for one thing's certain, I will not get my knees replaced on the NHS. I've had it done privately as my knee repair back in 2012. At least not until the NHS gets a new lease on life by eliminating all the bureaucracy and getting out of this to being a single line item in the Treasury budget, which means that they never spend any money on capital expenses unless they have to, and the computer system dates computer architecture dates back to the 1970s. I mean, sure, they put front ends on them, but on the ancient mainframe, but it's just like putting lipstick on a pig. It's actually slower sometimes than what they were doing before. And for all nurses, they spend as much as 90% of their time glued to computers. I said to them while I was in the Caledon ward, Beechwood ward at Caledon Centre in Coventry, if the NHS had told you, well, become a nurse and turn into a data entry clerk, would you have joined? And of course the answer is no. They're desperate to nurse, and it goes to show how out of touch Rishi Sunak is with talking about 55,000 nurses. We don't need 55,000 nurses. We don't need any nurses. We just need to get the damn bureaucrats out of the way, throw away the encrustment of bird shit that's been dropped on the beautiful design of NHS from Manure and Bevan and the beautiful mental health code of practice dating from 1983, and uncover the beautiful statue of David underneath. It's just been a terrible infestation of bird shit on this wonderful skeletal structure that was conceived by Nur and Bevan and is still in place, at least in structure, with the Mental Health Code of Practice. A beautiful document, 457 pages, and it was so well written I was able to absorb most of it in an afternoon. And I gave a presentation to the people at Beechwood Ward about what they should be really doing, and found that half of what they do is actually forbidden under the Mental Health Code of Practice, because it contravenes fundamental tenets like respect and dignity, and the other half and stuff that they should be doing, but they're not, like telling people what their treatment plan is, telling people what side effects they might have in advance, not forcing medication on people unless it's absolutely necessary, and realizing that that's a form of torture as recognized by the European Court of Human Rights. Anyway, I put together quite a long presentation with mostly pictures, and one of the central sides was a picture of Gulliver with a bunch of Lilliputians and ropes, and I portrayed and that represents the ward being paralysed by bureaucrats from London. Anytime something bad happens, like there was a suicide and some poor young man committed suicide that was attributed to having the top window open in his bedroom, and there was a Fiat, F-I-A-T, issued directive coming down from headquarters. There, we must have all top windows closed in all patient rooms forevermore. And they never anticipated COVID, so because that makes basically prevents air circulation. So I would imagine that anybody who lost a relative to COVID, who was actually in a mental health centre, has a legal claim against the NHS for failing to protect because the top window was closed. But you've got to follow the procedure. That's the way it is in a bureaucratic-driven organisation like the NHS, where nobody really manages anything, and they just administer ridiculous procedures that in total paralyse the institution. And then, of course, because of the impact on air circulation, very well designed building modelled on a female prison. That's what they put you in, basically the equivalent of a prison. Admittedly, a very comfortable female designed prison from the States. And having the top window open improves the airflow dramatically, and helps keep things cool. But even back when I was there, and thank goodness I left in June, middle of June 17th is when I left. My name's Andrew Griffiths, by the way. I'm very public with who I am, and I will be sharing masses and masses of detail, including all of my reports. I think the only way forward is transparency, and my contribution at my age, I don't have to worry about, oh, he's bipolar. Well, I'm proudly bipolar. I've survived bipolar, and I've learned to manage it, taking a long time. But I am the master of my bipolar, and I think it's given me an enhanced brain. I'm able to see things from multiple perspectives, including which, another disappointment with Rishi Sunak, and the reason why he's basically be CFO rather than CEO, is he's failed, despite his investment banking background, to realise that there's a very simple solution to the energy crisis. More on that on another video. But basically we create a wholesale market and have the government hedge the position, and sure, they take big losses, but it's a very thin market in gas. European market in gas, Russia only accounts for 15% of energy gas usage, and I think it went to zero this last month. And with another sort of financing plan. And it sounds like a lot of money, but it's only like one Elon, and Elon being 300 billion, which is Elon Musk, his net worth. Maybe even over Bezos, 200 million or 200 billion. And the money would come flooding back, the market would restore, and we wouldn't have to go through a torturous winter with people that going bankrupt because they can't pay the silly energy bills. Anyway. Whatever, that's another story for another time. Let's look at how my dinner's going. It should be about ready by now. Well, breakfast at, let's see, 11:05 p.m. This is my second breakfast. Too much red meat in the diet is not supposed to be good for you, especially at my age, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. Gotta eat. I think at this point I'll say over and out and sign off, and this is up to 22 minutes, it's probably too much, but I'll throw it up on YouTube, and at some point I'll split it up. But important to get this kind of shameful treatment by CareBright Supported Living main director Basil Shabda, CHABDA, son Rohul Shabda, also listed, but he was a former director, and there's another director. And if you want to help, social media them to hell, and don't make their life a living hell, but make it a little bit hellish. They need to be woken up, and we need to investigate what's going on with their other companies as well, because I fear that we're not going to find something very pleasant. And unfortunately, my observations from other facilities that I've enjoyed in the 6 months since I was illegally evicted indicate that people who enjoy having control and power over other people tend to be drawn to people who are vulnerable in some way. And this just might trigger some kind of huge scandal. But I don't know. I mean, maybe it's always, you can't predict things sometimes. The British papers are full of scandals, and you never know which ones they're going to pick up. They always like the ones with MP behind the bush in Hyde Park, caught with some young man with. I mean, the British are actually very strange people. They may come across, and I don't think of myself as British anymore. I was born here, but I'm mostly American in terms of attitude. Anyway, over and out. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you didn't find it boring. All right, see ya. Bye.